The following portion of the Northern Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Buc-ee's Casino.
When you're at Buc-ee's and you're playing those games and you're done and you're wondering what to do with some of the winnings, how about donate them to one of the many charities that Buc-ee's supports, and one of them is the Yavapai Humane Society. And Lori, I have to tell you, this is such a great place to find that new family member that will be able to love both of you and you love them.
Yeah, it's a win-win. And you know, with their shirts out that say who rescued who. And that's exactly it, because you know, you're adding them to your life and they're adding so much to yours. I can't even imagine not having my dog when I go home. It's just, it's the best way to live, to just thrive.
I love it. There's a movie called Arthur the King about a dog who pretty much saves a man's life in a way of being a companion. So let's go ahead and make sure we save some dogs' lives and, of course, find some companions for people out there with our first one.
Let's do it. This is Rose. And Rose is just over a year old. She is an American Pit Bull Terrier mix. She first came to us in July of 2023 after being with her family her whole life. She was adopted in August, brought back the next day for not getting along with the other pets in the home. Adopted again in September, brought back the next day, and then adopted again in February, and this time brought back 3 days later for not getting along with the other dogs. And this is again where we always talk about having patience, because they're not going to get along with the other animals that quickly. Yeah. So she just really needs to probably, as we've just learned, be the only animal in the house. But she is a precious, precious girl. She needs to, like I said, have time, get to know you, her surroundings, her family, new family, and all of that. But she's an absolute love.
I know. And you said something very important there, and that is give it time, and also realize, like, you know, if you brought home a new child to the family, everyone has to get used to them, and that's like this right here. So them being disruptive might be because one of the other dogs might not get along with the dog so yet, and that's where you work together.
Right, and there's a thing called the 3-3-3 rule, and it's 3 days for them just to even look around, 3 weeks to just try to get used to the surroundings, the smells, your routines, and then by about 3 months, they're pretty much understanding. Hey, this might be home.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's bring out our next one.
Okay, next is Tobias. This is Tobias. He's an American Pit Bull Terrier mix too, more mix than the other. He's almost 3 years old. He also came to us last June, was finally adopted in January, but was brought back 12 days later just because he wasn't getting used to things. And again, they didn't really give him the time. He's a loving lap dog. He just wants to hang out with you. He's playful, friendly, and this really great thing is that this dog gets along with every dog. We've used him for training with some of our volunteers. We've used him for other dog-to-dogs when we have dogs come in, because we always try to test them out and see how they are with other dogs. And so he's just the perfect one if you do have, other dogs and want to give them time to be together.
I like this. Also, you know what? Think about this. If you maybe want to make sure your dog has a companion, how about adopt 2 dogs from here, because they've played together for so long and they've got to be together. So we could do that.
And the other thing is that if you do have a dog at home and you are coming to adopt, we would like you to bring that dog, and so that we can do a dog-to-dog meet and greet and make sure. And a lot of times, yes, they might get along here and be playing good, and things do change when you get home, because you got to remember your dog has been there. He's the king of the castle, and now we're bringing in a new one. So
very important there. Well, we love this, and also maybe if you're not going to adopt a dog, you still want to support by stopping off at the Yavapai Humane Society's thrift store, and information is on the website that's right there on the screen. And again, don't forget, when you're playing at Buc-ee's, it's helping out the community.